Hey there, beautiful people. I'm Tracy Rigdon. This is the Contrast Project, and I'm here with my co-host.
Hello, everybody. I'm Sheldon Hall, and welcome to Cigarette Time.
We're really excited about the upcoming season. We've got a star-studded lineup of guests. It's nothing short of awesome. And today, earlier, I had a very good conversation with Clay County Sheriff Michelle Cook. We talked about a lot of things going on in Clay County and in North Florida in general. A lot of the progress that are in the main core of the areas in North Florida is starting to spread out to the rural areas, and most of the territory that her department covers is in the rural areas. She covers most of Clay County, while Green Cove and Orange Park have their own police departments. Sheriff Cook covers a lot of the rural areas, 218 down Blanding, and we talked about how the progress has spread so far south that the infrastructure out there is being stressed. The municipality is being stressed, and the sheriff's department is being stressed. She tells me that they are still about half a percentage of a police officer below the state average. And so they are working on building up the force. They're working on technology, not just equipment, but technology, personnel. They're moving more into the community, being more transparent. And I believe that this sheriff has done a fantastic job in being more transparent, being more involved in the community, working with youth, working with the schools. She has recently had interfaith interviews with many of the religious leaders in the area to see how they can work together to help bring down the crime in the area, which is at a low level right now, by the way, and get more community involvement, not just with the police department, the sheriff's department, but with the community at large. Get more people involved. The area is becoming more and more diverse. So she told me in the interview that we did that she's also looking to have a sheriff's department that more reflects the diversity of the area that they serve. She went on to tell me also about PAL, and we'll see that in the interview, the Police Athletic League, how, helping to get youth involved in sports and, entertainment and that kind of thing, because she believes, as I do, and many of you do, that you keep youth busy doing positive, productive things, and they're less likely to get themselves into trouble. Now, of course, that involves, it takes a village. So it's not just the Police Athletic League that is, helping to do this, but it includes the families. It includes the rest of the community. It includes interfaith involvement. So we're going to talk about that in the next segment, and stick around. You're going to enjoy it. Good morning. We have joining us today Clay County Sheriff Michelle Cook. Good morning.
Good morning, Tracy. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I finally got a half gallon of coffee in me. Before we get
Put that coffee my way.
there you go. Before we get started, I'm just going to touch on some of the high points that are on the website and on the flyers that I was using to hand out during your campaign. You entered law enforcement as a beat cop, and did 26 years with JSO. Retired as a 3-star director and 3rd in command. Nice job.
Thank you.
And then in 2017, accepted a position as the chief of police at Atlantic Beach. Retired from there in went on in 2020 to start your campaign for Clay County Sheriff, and you handily beat 5 other candidates.
It didn't feel handily. It was a lot of hard work.
Well, I know you were, but you were very visible, very visible. I saw you out in the community more than really all of the other candidates, and so a lot of us. I am a registered Democrat, but a lot of us in the Clay County Democrats, we changed our parties so that we could vote for you.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Going into this new position as Clay County Sheriff, and seeing all the progress that's going on in Clay County, it seems to be really booming quite a bit. Now, there was an early boom in Orange Park quite some time ago, but it's moving its way out into the rural areas. How is the Clay County Sheriff's Office, and you in particular, how are you addressing the progress? Are there plans for expansion of the Sheriff's Department, like more deputies, more cars, or anything like that?
You know, Tracy, you bring up a very good point. I have 3 priorities for 2021. And the number 1 priority is preparing for growth, because it is, it's already there, coming even at a faster rate. So there's 3 ways specifically that we are looking at to prepare for growth. One is recruiting. We have to make sure that we don't have vacancies in our troops, because right. Because we're getting so big and so many calls for service are coming in, vacancies hit us really hard. So we're being very deliberate about recruiting. And, with all of the growth that's coming in, we see the diversity of our community changing. So we're being very deliberate about recruiting men and women who reflect the makeup of our community. So that's the first prong of that. The second prong is, making sure that our processes, both internal and external, are lean and efficient, so that we can save time, save money, and get things done more efficiently and more smoothly, so that when a customer or community member needs us, we are doing it the most efficient and easiest way for everybody. So we're making sure internally that our processes are lean and efficient. And then, the third part of that is just leveraging technology. There is a lot of technology available out there in the public realm, including everybody's cell phone, right? Everybody has a cell phone in their hand. Mm-hmm. So how can we best leverage technology to give us a presence in every part of the community? Now, the sad thing is that our per deputy ratio, deputy per 1,000 residents, and we don't count Orange Park or Green Cove Police Department or the school board in this count, is 1.24 deputies per 1,000. The state average is 1.71. So we're really already a half a deputy behind. So we have to start looking for, the traditional way of adding more deputies, right? Go to the BCC and ask for more money for more people. But at the same time, we have to make sure that that is not the only answer we're looking at, that we're looking at these other 3 things. We're looking at keeping our vacancies filled. We're looking at our internal and external processes, and looking at leveraging technology to keep the community safe.
Right. And speaking of technology, I know that on the website, on the Clay Sheriff website, you can download an app. Like you were saying, everybody has a cell phone. There is a Sheriff's Office app that they can download.
Absolutely. And we have, we're looking at some things now to even expand that further moving forward, because, if you have to come into law enforcement and actually a healthy community. Everybody has a stake in safety, right? Everybody has to look out for each other. And we want to capitalize on the fact that Clay County, even though we're growing, we still have this wonderful sense of community. And I want people engaging with us to make sure that we are aware of criminal activity or potential criminal activity. And the do that is through the use of the phone and the app and making sure people feel comfortable in reaching out to us.
Very good, very good. One of the other things I wanted to talk about when I was saying, your transparency and you being in the public eye so much, one of the things I know that you're passionate about or have been is the local PAL, Police Athletic League, and youth involvement and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in the Police Athletic League and its mission. And I know that if we can keep kids busy and doing something positive, then that keeps them out of trouble. And at the same time, we as law enforcement have the opportunity to interact with them and build those relationships. One of the things that I'm really excited about that we're doing this year is we are looking for PAL reporters. And these are kids who may have a sibling in the PAL program or who are interested in being a PAL reporter. And they will go out to our PAL games and then report back through our social media platforms, weekend games, or highlight a player. So, another opportunity to interact with kids in a positive manner.
Well, that's not, that's really good. And I know you have a couple of people on staff that handle your social media and making sure that, that there's a person there. Whenever you show up, there's somebody there with a camera that makes sure that the public knows that you and your deputies are out there doing something positive for the community.
Yes, it's important because unfortunately in my industry, in the law enforcement industry, we haven't always embraced the idea of telling our story and telling the public all of the positive things that we do, all of the positive interactions that we have. In today's world, any mistakes that are made are blasted on social media over and over and over again.
Yes.
And so we have to make sure that we accentuate the positive and that we, highlight the great things that are being done by our members every single day. And that's something that I'm proud of, is the fact that, we do a lot of good out in the community. But as an industry and as an agency, we have to highlight it in a positive way.
That's very good. One final note. We have someone coming on. We'll be recording another episode this week. A young lady from Jacksonville, friend of mine, who is a real estate agent, a designer, entrepreneur. But one thing she's very passionate about is the foster program. And I understand you have an intimate relationship with the foster program yourself.
Yes. Oh, good. So yeah, about a decade ago now, we adopted 4 kids from foster care. They are with us now. We legally are their parents, which is exciting. And, investment, and I'm so blessed. We are so blessed that they're a part of our family. But we still wanted to give more. Now, we couldn't bring any more kids in the house. We were packed. So one of the initiatives, Hibernia Baptist Church, Hibernia Church Crew Program. So there is a loose-knit group of us in Clay County that work through Hibernia Church, and we support foster families who are in need. Typically when a foster child is placed, they come with nothing or almost nothing with them. And, it's already a traumatic experience. So we support the families taking the kids in, either by providing items for the family, meals, beds, linens, or we can provide items for the children, children that get placed right before the school year starts. They need school supplies. So we provide all of that through our group. And it's just another wonderful way to give back to the community. And what's really great is that my kids who are adopted out of foster care are really engaged in this and love volunteering in that way too.
Uh-oh, I see
And as you
something
can see, my
furry.
dog has decided.
What is your dog's name?
This is Bernie.
Bernie.
Yeah.
You bring Bernie to work with you?
He's a good boy. Not yet. I'm groomed, and then he's going to go in and to work with me.
Very good. Very good.
Right.
Well, listen, Sheriff, I sure appreciate you taking some time to be with us today, and tell Bernie he's welcome to come on anytime.
I appreciate you very much, and I appreciate your patience in getting me on. We had a rough few months getting started, but everything's settling in, and anytime that you want to get back together, I'd love to continue our conversation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, and have a great day.
You too. Thank you, Tracy.